Hi guys, I'm Annabelle Knight and today's blog is all about hair extensions. Not woven in ones, not glued in ones, nothing professional, we're talking clip-in hair extensions. Now I can kind of already feel daggers coming my way, and I know loads of you out there just think they look tacky, you can tell that they're extensions and they look cheap. But I'm here to show you that you don't need to spend loads and loads of money going to the hairdressers and having it done. You can do it yourself for a fraction of the cost. So what do we need to get started? We need hair extensions. Now I bought these from a hair shop. I highly recommend you doing that as opposed to getting them online because you can match them up. Now there's millions of different colours and textures and you need to make sure you've got the same as your hair. Now the bloke in the shop matched this up for me and I think he did a pretty good job. So these all came on one long piece of hair. I cut them to the right length of my head. I've got a tiny head, so buying the pre-clipped ones just doesn't work for me. And then I buy these clips separately. They're just little snap clips and stitch those in at the ends there. I'll do another blog on how to make your own hair extensions later, but for now, that's what you need. You'll also need a pair of straighteners or curlers, a handy comb. Now this is your lifesaver. You cannot do this without the comb. The clip, and then two additional extras which you don't need but I find they help. We've got some volumizing powder and some shine spray. Now I'm really excited about this because I've only had this a couple of days and not had a proper play with it yet. So how do we start? You need these two little items here. Keep them close by. If you're like me, you'll lose your comb about 1,000 times during this process. And the key to good hair extensions is about sectioning the hair at various different intervals. So to start off with, I section a really small bit at the back there, if you can see. Not a lot of hair there. Clip the rest of it on top of your head. And take your comb and back comb. Now, if I'm going out on a night out, I'll put a layer of hairspray on there because it'll hold them all night. But if you only want them, say, from you going out for a meal or meeting up with friends, I wouldn't bother with the hairspray unless you've got really, really fine hair because it does make them difficult to get out. So if you want to use hairspray, now's the time to do it. So I've got my smallest extension first. I'll just turn around so you can see. I hold my hair up and just clip it underneath, so you've got one really low down. Then take my next one and do the same, but on top of that section of hair. So you've got two in already. I've actually got 6 different hair extensions here, but that's only because my hair's so thin. If you've got really thick hair, you just want a bit more length, then you can probably manage with less, but I like the big look. So section that hair again there. A lot of my friends that wear extensions are really meticulous about getting the separation line really, really neat. Well, I don't think it particularly matters. Like you can't see it, so don't worry about having mirrors angled everywhere. So you can get a really neat line because unless you're a little bit OCD about that, it doesn't really matter. So I've just back combed again, and if you are using hairspray, but I'm not because it's what is it? It's 6:20 at night right now, so I'm not going to be wearing these for very long. So just pop those in and they'll clip shut. And now on to our last big piece, so just section again. Clip it on top of your head. Get as much of your hair, your natural hair, in that clip as you can because it just stops it from getting in the way. And if you end up clipping a long length of your natural hair in there, it looks awful. So I've had another section. I'm just going to push that down a little bit because sometimes your natural hair, the back comb bit, can push out and you can tell. So I've got my last piece here, and I always sew an extra piece of hair in the last piece just for extra volume. And then if you can see, I'm making the clips go in little circles just to trap the hair in there. You don't really need to do that, but my hair is quite fine and I don't want it to go anywhere. So that's the main body of the hair extensions done. I do have 2 more little pieces that I put right at the top here, and they're 2 individual strips just as wide as the clips are. Here they are, you can see. I just sew the clips in and do them that wide. and that just gives you extra texture and a different layer, different length at the top. And the secret to really good hair extensions, to clip-in ones at least, is having them different layers. So it just looks like you've got a big mane of gorgeous hair that's all over the place. Having really, really neat hair with extensions is doable. It's harder work. I just recommend curling the ends, making them go all different ways, and then it'll look a lot more real. So that's what I've got at the minute. It's pretty good. I don't really need to do much to it, but my natural hair is really straight. So on go our extensions, and just while they're warming up, I'm just going to take sections above the last 2 clips and just give them a little back comb underneath, and it just roughs up the hair and stops it separating and stops you being able to see those clips. Because there's nothing worse than, I was stood in the cinema queue the other day and I could see a girl's clips and I just wanted to go, oh, just back comb it a bit and you won't see that. So that noise means our straighteners are ready. And this bit is just taking the ends and just flicking them out. Just go over it a couple of times. All the different bits, any which way you want to go. It's like, it really doesn't matter. The less neat it is, the better it tends to look. Because you can't tell. If you've got curlers and you want a really curly look, you need to do a bit more back combing. So there we go, I've just curled all these out. I'll just do the bottom of the extensions just to make them match. And there we go. Give my fringe a little once over. Turn these off because I don't want to burn the house down. And that is it. That is how you do clip-in hair extensions. And forgive me for saying, but I think they look rather good. So thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, please drop them below. And please feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you with us. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Annabelle Knight, and this has been Clip-in Hair Extensions.